How many times on a day-to-day basis do you actually think about the consequences of your own actions and the things that you say to other people? For me, it is almost the same. I think that we don't think about these things enough. And let's say, for example, we take a breakup of someone. Somebody breaks up with somebody else. Now, we might all think that it only has to do with these two people, but that's absolutely incorrect. I don't believe that in any way, shape, or form. Let's say there's a man who breaks up with a woman. Now, he has many ways to do this. There are a lot of ways to do this. There are good ways to do this, or at least things that are acceptable, and there are many, many things that are basically unacceptable. Now, you can say to me, what does it matter for you? Let's say that this man decides to not be a grown-up about it, is afraid or is scared to just simply tell someone the truth, to simply tell someone how he feels about a certain situation, or simply to tell his wife or his woman how he feels about their relationship, which I can understand in many situations is not that simple. We don't know how someone else will respond, and maybe to a certain degree we also don't want to make someone feel very bad about it. But not telling somebody just how you feel, or just simply tell somebody the cold hard truth, is always the worst thing that you can do, and will always make it way more difficult than it should be. And by not simply telling somebody how you think about something or how you feel about something, you will always hurt people more. So in my opinion, this is always a situation or a case of just being afraid and not being grown up to just simply tell somebody how you feel about something. Now, if you don't tell somebody how you feel about a relationship, your relationship, at some point it will just be enough for you. You just can't handle it anymore. And it all boils down, all boils up, and then at some point you basically explode or implode, whatever it is that you want to call it. And that is the point that you hurt somebody the most. Because you are not only hurting someone else or your partner in that situation, you're also hurting yourself, because it boils up and boils up and boils up. You don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel good about your life. Now you're throwing everything out at once, and you're hurting someone very, very much. Now here comes my point. Now you can see, or you can think, when you look at other people, that it doesn't have to do anything with you, because it's not my relationship. It's other people's relationships. And that's absolutely incorrect. That's absolutely incorrect. Because first of all, let's say that woman is now very much hurt. So her next boyfriend or the next man she's going to meet already has it much, much, much more difficult, because this experience will always stay in her head. So first of all, you make it a lot more difficult for her next man, boyfriend, partner, whatever. Then comes all the boyfriends of her girlfriends now also have it much harder, because these women now think, if that could happen to her, this could also happen to me. So it's now a lot more difficult for all other boyfriends of her girlfriends, because they now have to prove themselves even more that they are not going to do the same thing. Now comes the next thing. If you can so easily hurt your own wife or girlfriend, the women you sleep next to every day in bed and you live with in the same house, then who am I? Let's say I am your friend and my friend does something like that. If you can already do that to your partner, then who am I? I'm basically a nobody. So if you can hurt her so easily, you can hurt me even more easy. It's not a problem at all to hurt me and shove me to the side. So there is always a big ripple effect. Now comes the next thing. Let's say I hire you and you are so easily with hurting people. It doesn't matter to you. You just go out, don't tell anybody how you feel, don't tell anybody the truth, or simply don't tell anybody anything. Now I hire you, I'm counting on you, and you can even simpler do it to me. So why should I hire you? Why should somebody hire you if you go out in the world and just simply hurt everybody because you just feel like it? And again, I understand that it's very, very difficult to tell the truth to people straight to someone's face, especially if you care about somebody. It's even more difficult, but it's even more important to do so. So that's what I mean with not thinking about the consequences of our own actions, of our own of the words that we speak to other people. If you don't think about it, if you don't think about the actions that come after that, the consequences also for other people, we just make everything much more easy or much more hard than it should be and than it could be. And if you engage too much in these activities and you don't, then you just simply don't have time to look at what's happening in the world, for example. If you're too caught up in fighting with yourself because you simply cannot tell somebody how you feel about something, you especially don't have time left to see what's going around in the world, what is happening, and to try and make a positive impact and to try to make a change or to try and help other people. So what I want to convey here is that it's always super, super important to just simply tell somebody in a simple way and an honest way how you think, how you feel, if there is a problem, because you are not only hurting that person, you're not only hurting yourself, you're also, or you could also be hurting a lot of other people. And you just simply don't have the time and the brain capacity and power left or energy left to think about and act on even more important things that are happening in the world. And that's at least how I look at it. Let us know about yours, share them in the comments, send me a message, wherever or whatever. And for now, thank you again very much for listening.